Hello my loves and welcome back to my canal. So today is Thanksgiving and I brought you guys this cranberry look that you see. I asked you guys on Instagram to ask me some questions and some of you did, and I have answered those questions in the video. So if you want to see how I achieve this look and want to hear those questions, go ahead and keep on watching. Okay guys, so we are going to get started. Today's Thanksgiving, and if you're Mexican, you know that means you don't eat till like 9. But at least for me, it takes me a while to get ready, just because I know we won't start eating till later and family doesn't come till later. So it's currently 2:50 p.m. and I'm just gonna start getting ready so I can be ready when my family starts arriving. So first I'm just gonna go ahead and do my brows. I'm gonna use the Anastasia dip pomade in the color taupe. Grab an angle brush and start doing them. You guys have seen me do this before, so.
She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's lining up to see. You'll find her beauty goes much deeper.
Okay, and now I'm just gonna go ahead and clean up my eyebrows with the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the color 275 Light Medium Sand. You guys know the drill.
Something about a future.
Eh? Mood. My mom ruining my makeup video.
She brushing against my hands. Seen you from around.
Okay, now we do the other eye.
The time of day you be making moves that yeah, who really care what Simon say?
Okay, and now we are going to moisturize before we get started on the rest of the face. I'm gonna go ahead and use my Vanna Cream or Vani Crema. I'm Mexican.
Everyone's lining up to see.
So as you guys know, I have oily skin. But even though you have oily skin and you don't think you need crema or cream or moisturizer, you are definitely wrong. I used to think that as well, and I never used to moisturize my face. But after I started moisturizing with the correct cream and the right moisturizer, you can definitely tell the difference in your skin. I mean, I don't have the prettiest of skins. I obviously have acne. It used to bother me at one point, but I just learned to deal with it, I guess. It's part of who I am. And you just need to find a cream that's not oil based. Basically, if you have oily skin, I definitely recommend this cream to you. It's called Vanna Cream. I don't know if you guys can see. It's definitely worth investing in. It's non-comedogenic. It doesn't clog your pores, doesn't cause you to break out if you do have oily skin like I do. So definitely recommend that. So while that sets in, we're going to go ahead and do the top of our brows. And now we will add primer. And I've always seen people rave about this primer, and I could never get my hands on it, or I could never find it until today. So I picked it up and I'm going to try it out today. So it's the No Problem Primer by Touch and Soul. Something like this. I'm pretty sure you guys have heard many other YouTubers rave about this, but I have as well, so I decided to pick it up and test it out today. Go ahead and add that everywhere. It says it's good at eliminating pores. Ooh, I love the touch of it, the feel. It's very silky. And reduces your fine lines as well as evens out evens out your texture. So I have textured skin. I have pores. I have uneven skin tone, so I have all 3 of those. So let's see how this holds up. So this is where I realized that my camera started fogging up and it looked weird.
And that's just how it is for a bit until I realize that it's actually fogging. Sorry guys.
Camera looking like that. Okay, so now that we have let our primer sit, I'm gonna go ahead and start on my eyes. So I'm just gonna set my eyes with translucent powder, and I'm gonna use the Lancome one, like I always do.
This is the point where it really starts bothering me, as you can tell. Sorry guys.
I'm gonna go ahead and get into the Morphe palette. This is the Morphe 15B, the Brunch Babe palette. And it looks like this on the inside. I'm gonna go ahead and start off with Resto. It's this shade right down here. And use that as my transition color.
And then pa acabarla de chingar, guys, after I clean the freaking camera, it decides to focus on my doorknob instead of me. I'm so sorry.
Okay guys, sorry about how that looked. My camera started fogging up from the inside of the lens, so I had to clean it before I started again. Anyways, as I was saying, I was explaining to you guys that I'm using the Morphe 15B Brunch Babe palette that looks like this. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this shade called Rezo down here as my transition shade. So let's get started. The BH Studio Pro brush and the number 16. Grabbing that shade, placing that on the outer part of my crease and blending that towards the center. Oh, and while I'm actually doing this, I'm going to go ahead and answer some of your guys' questions. I'm not going to be saying who said who, but I will place them here on the screen for you guys. So if you asked it, you know who you are. So the first question is, what are some goals that you have for next year? And by the way, happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to you, girl. You know who you are. Hope you're having a good one out there and spending it with your husband and your family. But anyways, some goals for next year. So, that is a very good question. So, since I am in school, one of my goals for school is actually getting into the program that I have wanted to get into for what I want to be, which is a radiological technologist. And that program is very competitive. Like, very competitive. Out of like hundreds of applicants, they only choose, I want to say 22, 23 to get in. So you definitely have to work your ass off and earn your place there. So that is one of my goals, school related, for next year. I am currently in the process, so I am crossing my fingers and manifesting that I get into the program. So yeah, that is one of my biggest goals for now. As well, I think, as growing my channel along with it. I feel like I'm doing YouTube because I love makeup. It's not because how other people see it, how other people may see it, that I'm doing it. They think that I'm doing it just like, oh, because you see other people doing it, like you're gonna be doing it. Like, I genuinely have a passion for makeup. If you've known me, like, I've always worn makeup ever since I was literally 13. It's just always in my interest, and I love creating looks. I know I don't post makeup pictures or makeup videos as often. Like, I have a life. Like, YouTube is not just the only thing I'm gonna be doing. I have a part-time job, I'm a full-time student, you know, just life happens, and I can't. Nobody has superpowers to be doing everything at once. So I think another goal will definitely be growing my YouTube channel, with my makeup tutorials, as well as possible other vlogs. Like, I already have 2 vlogs up, I think, or maybe even just 1. But yeah, like, I want to reach a certain level or a certain spot here on YouTube, doing what I love as well as doing what I love in terms of school. So yeah, I guess that would be another goal of mine. Okay, now that we're done with that shade, I'm gonna start heading into the actual reds. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my Ace Beauty Scarlet Dusk palette, the one that I got last time that I recreated, the like orangey pinkish one. So it's the same palette. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the shade first and then deepen it up. Like that. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and grab the color Shade, and this is with the BH Studio Pro brush number 6 as well as a fluffy round topped. I'm gonna go ahead and concentrate that on the outer corner first. And then bringing it in. Remember to use circular motions as well as windshield wiper motions. You really want to diffuse the color.
She's lights, yeah, I wonder what she hides under her disguise. Yeah. And all the girls around the world, they wanna be.
Moving on to the other eye. Pack it on the outside. And blend towards the middle.
No, she's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's lining up to see her.
You really want to make sure you have color in this, not in your inner corner, but towards the inner corner, because if you were to do a cut crease, you want to make sure that when you actually cut the crease, you still have color right here. So that was my first mistake when I ever started doing makeup. When I started doing cut creases, I wouldn't have enough color here, so it wouldn't really make the cut crease pop out like it should have. But since this is not a cut crease, I mean, we still want color here, so we're just gonna apply the glitter all over the lid.
Really care what Simon said. All the bad things, girl, I had to look.
So now we're done with that shade, and now we're gonna go ahead and deepen up that crease. We have a Huda Beauty Mauve Obsessions palette, and it's like the mini palette. And it's like, looks like this. It's a little beat up because I have used it, but I'm gonna go ahead and grab this shade, the darker plum shade, and grab that shade with my Morphe E17 brush. It's a very small detailed angled, not angled, but small detailed brush. Go ahead and grab that. Make sure to pack it onto your brush. Tap off the excess. And I'm gonna go ahead and really focus that in your crease. And be sure that you are deepening. I can't even talk. Make sure you're make sure you are deepening the crease, the color in the crease. Lord Jesus, I can't even talk.
She got the posture of a superstar.
Wow, that looks beautiful. Definitely looks plummy and cranberries. Plummy and very cranberry. And let me tell you one thing, now that I'm noticing my eyes, if you have brown eyes, it kind of makes your eyes stand out. Like, I'm looking at my eyes and they're like, this one looks a little lighter than this one, and I think it's because of that color. But keep on doing the same thing as you did with the first eye. Okay y'all, so I did not notice that my freaking camera cut out. I keep forgetting that it only records in 20-minute intervals, and I had stopped at the last color that I was putting on, which was to darken up the crease. But I'm just going to show you quickly. I went ahead and grabbed my BH Cosmetics number 4 brush. It's a flathead brush, and I sprayed it with, I was telling you guys a tip, so if you swatch it with your finger and you see that a glitter shade isn't as beautiful or as pigmented as you like, you go ahead and grab your brush, your flathead brush, spray it with your setting spray, and then go ahead and dip on into the shade that you wanted. And the shades that I used were from the Ace Beauty Scarlet Dusk. I used the color Aurora, it's this one. So I went ahead and placed that on to my lid first. After that, I went ahead and got the other side, sprayed it again, and I went into the Morphe Artistry palette. You guys seen this palette before. And I went ahead and grabbed this shade down here. It was like, it also has red pigment as well as like gold and pinkish in there. And I went ahead and grabbed that and then packed it on top of that shade, and now it looks like this. And now what I was going to do, I was going to move on to my face. And now we're just going to clean up our face. And I know the first portion where I'm barely getting on started on my eyeshadow, it got blurry because it was focusing on my fucking door thing. It would be doing that when I'm trying to record a video, wouldn't it? Anyways, go ahead and clean up our eye look a little. Like, you guys would be surprised how much freaking work being, I'm not calling myself a YouTuber, but filming videos, editing it, and making sure everything's just right. Like, I don't have a monitor to see if I'm in focus or not, so I kind of have like a freaking mirror behind you guys, like to actually be seeing myself, which is why you always see me looking back, because I have a mirror behind the camera making sure I actually look good. But it's a small mirror, so like I can barely see, and if it's not in focus I can't tell, but I can tell when it stops recording because the little red dot stops flashing. So that's why I'm constantly looking over there. So as you guys saw already, I have already primed and moisturized. Make sure you always do that. And another question that I got asked was, she said, your favorite products for oily skin types. A bitch is oily too. Yes, I am very freaking oily, girl. And honestly, what I have found that has worked for me to keep my oil production down while I wear makeup, I wouldn't recommend this quite yet because today's the first day I'm actually testing it out. So if you're into keeping your face matte and having matte primers, then this is for you. But this is a matte primer, but at the same time it keeps your face hydrated. So like, I'm oily and I don't get oily all over my face. I get oily like on most portion of my face, which is like from here, like this whole thing, but my cheeks, and sometimes my lower chin is super dry. So what I would find is when I would use mattifying primers, it would just make these spots worse. So what I found is a primer that's actually a matte primer, but at the same time it hydrates your skin. And I've been using this for around 2 months, maybe even more, 3 I'd say. And honestly, has been one of the best primers I have ever invested my money in. Not invested my money because it's a fucking drugstore one, but it's better than all those high-end primers that I've tried, honestly. And yeah, it's just my holy grail. So this one's for you, girl. Go ahead and try the Revolution Pro Hydra Matte Primer, and it looks like this. It says it's a thirst quenching primer infused with collagen and antioxidants, mattifies and prepares your skin for makeup application. So basically it's a 2-in-1. It mattifies your oily spots and hydrates your dry patches if you have any. So definitely recommend this primer, dude. Like, as for foundation, you guys already know and have heard me talk about these foundations. I'm gonna use them today too. For oily skin, I do really recommend these because they control your oil and your foundation lasts you all day, like all day, and I can testify to that. And it's the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. Like I said, amazing with oily skin types, and it's designed for oily skin types. But I kind of like the mixture between them. I like the shade, it kind of matches me better. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started with this, and this one's for you, girl, okay? So try those out and let me know how they work for you. Since those foundations don't have a pump, you kind of have to know how to handle the bottle so the whole foundation won't be pouring out. I think I'm an expert now. So yeah, just mix those two and then go ahead and place it on my face and get started. This is my Real Techniques beauty blender, so if you guys are interested, it's amazing. It leaves your foundation application flawless. I want to mention Happy Thanksgiving to you guys all. Since I didn't mention in the beginning. I won't be uploading this video on Thanksgiving since today is Thanksgiving and I have to edit the video still, but you guys get me. I hope today is a day full of love and happiness, and yeah, just with spending it with family. Family is very important to me. My family, not my whole family, but two of my uncles. One of my uncles and one of my aunts live here where I live, so I'm very thankful I get to see them as often as I do, because I know that there are people out there whose families are not here or not close to them, and for whatever circumstances they can't see each other. Like, that just makes me super grateful as to having some of my family close by and actually spending time with them. I love this time of year because we just all get together, even though we usually get together for like parties, not parties but like birthday parties to celebrate birthdays. Even though we gotta see each other, but especially during these times I'm super grateful and thankful. Thanksgiving is full of food for us because each of our families, like my mom makes something, and then my uncle, her wife, my uncle is my mom's brother, but my aunt, which is his wife, if that makes sense, if you're following along, she makes something, and then my aunt, which is my mom's sister, she makes something, and then we all come together and just have like basically like a buffet, or you can say like, yeah, a buffet of like different foods that we get to choose from, and it's just a nice time. Oh, I think my my in-laws are coming here as well. Honestly, I would vlog for you guys, but I'm still kind of chilly. Like, I'm not quite there to say like, oh, I'm so comfortable like vlogging in front of you guys, like I'm not getting shy. Like, I don't get shy. Like, it may not seem like I was shy in Yosemite, but girl, that's because they're my friends and like we joke around with each other, so like there's nothing really to be shy about. Like, we always not vlog, but we always record each other, so like we're kind of used to it, I guess. But I'm not used to recording or taking videos in front of my family. Go ahead, grab my concealer. You guys already know what kind it is, what type it is.
Once you get to meet her, she's a Mona Lisa.
Go ahead and apply my powder, Lancome powder. And it's with the Real Techniques powder blender. And I just bake for 5 minutes, my oiliest places, and then go ahead and take it off. Okay, go ahead and take off your powder, excess powder. I contour with this Milani cream to powder foundation. I contour with this, and then I bronze with my Physicians Formula. I just tap, tap, tap. Remember not to go like this, or else this will stick to your foundation and it'll make your foundation come off. And girl, been there, done that, and it ain't pretty. I'm gonna use my butter bronzer, Physicians Formula, same brush. So swirl it in there and bronze yourself up, girl. Cause this winter, we need to be looking good. Can't be looking pale AF.
Once you get to meet her, she's a Mona Lisa.
And now we add blush. My pretty vulgar blush. Hit pan already. Girl, this is the best blush ever.
You find a beauty.
Looking good. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and add my eyeliner from NYX. Y'all know the drill.
They don't understand. Feeling like Picasso.
Okay. So I went ahead and did my waterline with that third transition color we used from the Huda Beauty Mauve Obsessions palette. I just went ahead with that same color and did my under eye. I'm gonna go ahead and do my lips. I'm gonna grab the NYX lip liner in the color Ever to Yours. I've mentioned this one before. Line my lips. I'm going with the liquid matte lipstick from Dose of Colors in the color Bear With Me.
You find her beauty goes much deeper once you get to meet her. She's a Mona Lisa.
There's one. Now we need the last one.
There must be something better features. You find her beauty.
Okie doke. And now we curl our lashes to make sure they stay on. Okay, and to finish off the video with the last question, one of my primas from up in the Bay Area asked me if I like visiting the Bay Area whenever I go. By the way, happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, prima. Hope you guys are having a good one with everyone up there. Hopefully I get to see you guys soon. I don't know when it's gonna be, but hopefully soon. And honestly, I like going to visit you guys and spend time with you guys, but to like move over there, I don't think I like it. I'd rather stay here. But yeah, I like going to visit you guys and just explore your city a little like we did last time. But other than that, yeah, hope that answered your question. And that, guys, concludes this video. I hope you guys enjoyed my cranberry makeup tutorial for Thanksgiving. And remember, it is Thanksgiving, but this video is not going up till probably like 2 days later. So happy Thanksgiving. I hope you guys enjoyed this holiday with your family and enjoy the food. Once again, thank you guys for all the support and love you guys have shown me in my last videos. I really truly appreciate you. I see every single one of you, especially those who DM me like keep it up or I love your videos, like you know who you are. Yeah, thank you guys so much and I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Bye!